Hello, everybody. My name's Ardendris, and welcome back to Black Book. So, last time was a two-parter. Yeah, words are hard. So, we were locked up in Alexander's dungeon in his basement, and, we ended up making our way out of the cell, and then we, explored, the dungeon area, met a giant talking swan, who was guarding the exits, did a little bit of a riddle battle, which eventually led us through into, once we got past him, that eventually led us into, the main house, which is where the last episode started up, the one for the 23rd, Thanksgiving. I am recording this one on the 22nd. I figured I already have my video for tomorrow recorded, but tomorrow being a holiday, I'm probably not going to want to record tomorrow night, because it's going to be a long day, so I figured why not just pre-record one more day in advance. But, anyways, we made it through the mansion, dealt with some demons. Most of them were actually pretty docile. They were dressed as, servants in the mansion. Only had to go through a couple of fights. But eventually we met, Alexander in his office. And we actually had the choice of how we wanted to deal with things. We used the fern flower to turn invisible, and we could have thrown him out a window and killed him instantly. We could have just straight up attacked him or stolen our stuff back before attacking. But we decided we were going to try and talk things out. And we had a bit of a conversation, and eventually we managed to convince him that the spinner was lying to him, and that everything that he was hoping for wasn't going to come to pass, even if he did go ahead with everything and help out the spinner. So he went on ahead, and supposedly he's supposed to meet us at the spinner's house to help us take her down, which is where we're heading today. We still need to get the black book back, but we have everything back. Sort of. It's weird. We can still deal with the black book for some reason, despite not supposed to have it. Although we did see some cool new cards. We have this Fierce Wind that's immediately just replacing Parapolo. Like that. One. Pay for two more. I think there was a different one I wanted. Yeah, I want Posmaltril and Human Hand. Almost forgot about this. One of those can replace Revzoil, and the other one can just get tossed in. And that should actually do, I think. Unless I wanted to get Grandfather Adami. That's basically an equivalent of Babushka Adamushka. Is there anything I'd want to replace that with? Babushka Yaga? Maybe? Sure, I'll replace Babushka Yaga with Grandfather Adami. Why not? So, there's the new and improved deck. So, we might actually be doing puzzle battles again today, because we shouldn't really have the book. Maybe they just didn't keep the thing on it saying we couldn't access it, but we'll still do puzzle battles. Not entirely sure. Well, let's deal with the demons real quick, and then we're probably going to be setting out. We have Proshka, Voipel, and, I keep saying Proshka / Voipel, because that's what his card says on here. There it is. But Proshka and Karnish are both with us. And we have already spoken to them about what our next move is, and they're both 100% behind us. But, demons are dealt with. Books dealt with. I think we're good to just set off. We are very quickly approaching the end of this game. We have only one more seal to get to break. And it's not going to take us long to actually get back to the spinner. So, only a few more episodes, I assume. But, let's check out what the book merchant has. The storm is very loud.
You have goosebumps. A sign of
We already seen. This is exactly the same thing as usual. I'll buy Judas's Aspen. I don't think I'm going to use it, though. And I don't care about buying any more of these. It's basically just to fill out to the last page for this seal. But there's that. I think we're good to just head off back immediately. Peon tag. Should I stop by the merchant? I'll have a hard time dealing with Spinner without any herbs. Is it really just going to be a couple of shops to stock up on stuff?
Outskirts of the village, trying to catch your breath. Clouds of your breath are torn apart by the slanting cold rain. The spinner's Izba is not far away, and you decide to spend some time preparing for a meeting with this dangerous witch.
I'm curious if there's anyone in town that can give us some useful information.
Peasants cross themselves at the mere mention of the old witch. Everyone knows that meeting her is dangerous, but many still ask for her help. No village can survive without a Khaldun. The peasants shrug their shoulders.
Okay, dangerous individual, no one wants to mess with her, but they need to speak to her occasionally. Yeah, kind of what I guessed. So let's see what the shop has. What have we got? Adam's head? Sure, I'll buy an extra one just in case. We've seen all those, don't really care. Strength and Curse. Duck earring. We could buy an extra one, but I don't think we would really need it. I don't know what I would replace it with, even. Anything at all I care about. I don't think... that's new? That's kind of cool, but I don't know if I can properly use it. Gain 1 prayer on battle start and replenish 5 health. So, less prayer, but some health back every battle. That's kind of good. I don't think we're going to get that, but we could. It would kind of fit our playstyle. I think we're good. I don't see anything I actually care about here. I think we're literally just heading off to see the spinner. There's a little bit of prep work to be done, but not a whole lot. So, the spinner's Izba. This cursed Izba again. There's no time to wait for Grandpa's help. I'm getting the book on my own. This is a big moment.
The sorcery of the fern, and pain shoots through your palm. Trying to move silently, you get to the spinner's Izba, but it turns out that it is not that easy to get inside unnoticed.
Is it our Aretnik friend again?
There is no Riddler skull.
No, it is not.
But there are 3 other guardians. They watch the path to the Izba vigilantly, and you hear their quiet whispers.
Talk.
My God, Aquilina!
Aquilina, Matriona. We've probably seen your model before, but I can't place it right now.
Who else is here? Agafia Filipovna. Are you?
Agafia Filipovna. We've seen that name before, but... Are you Matriona's mother? Is that who you are? I can't remember.
What are you doing here?
The peasant women bizarrely sway from side to side. They start to shake and mutter something when they hear your voice.
Okay, the spinner is going down. We're saving these 3, no doubt.
Old witchcraft in these bouts. She weaves not with ordinary threads.
Oh, yeah, those.
The spinner's witchcraft. The Zagavar I need is in the black book. We better hurry over to that hag.
Don't worry, you
You are
3.
startled when Aquilina grabs you by the wrist.
What you're after, you won't achieve.
Everything was in vain.
We'll see about that inside.
Your road leads to damnation.
You will find only pain.
The otherworldly voices die down, and only the indiscernible muttering of the women continues.
Okay. So the Witcher is messing with our... The Witcher? No. The spinner. She is a witch. She is the spinner. She is not the Witcher. Is messing with our friends now and is going to pay the price for that.
They speak of the future. That is prophecy. Prophecy.
Belt.
You try to touch the belt, but the sorcery of the spinner repels you.
Aquilina, where did you get this belt? The spinner gave it to you?
We are fated to be under her power until we are dead.
That's not happening. We are freeing you all.
She trapped us into the force of her thread.
New encyclopedia entry. String of life. The likening of man's destiny to string echoes in the traditions of Sheridan. Divinations by string, to find out who would marry first, more often than not come true. Girls would weave a string and subject it to a test. All of the strings were collected and set ablaze. The girl whose string burnt to the end the fastest would be the one to marry first. It took great skill to make a thin string, and the girls who were able to do this were called thin spinners. The ability to spin thin was one of the qualities that raised a girl's status in the premarital hierarchy. A string made by a bride was burned or torn during the wedding ceremony, a symbol of the end of a previous life and the beginning of a new one. Okay, so like string as an analogy for life is sort of just a thing that happens like a lot all over the world, I assume then. Because like there's the story of the three fates in like Greek mythology, in which the three fates will cut the string or the yarn rather of someone's life at the when they die. So I suppose that's just a thing everywhere then. Interesting. Vain. What do you mean everything will be in vain?
What efforts were in vain? Were all the seals in the book restored?
And no one in the heavens nor under the earth
Huh?
to open the seals had his doom. And those who tried only then saw.
Darkness, death, and the tomb.
Okay, so dark and ominous, what I assume you mean is everyone who tries to break the seals dies. In agony. I'm assuming that's what you mean. Lovely thought. Hopefully we can avoid that fate. Pain.
What pain, Aquilina?
For years about it you knew.
Hmm?
With chalk you circles strew.
You shall be greeted with sharpest pain.
Until it will drive you insane.
Oh, okay. I don't like these three with their future-telling prophecies right now. Goodbye, we have a spinner to see.
I have to hurry. All the sorcery. Who knows what her sorcery will do to them?
Don't worry, you three. We'll break we'll break your
I
minds.
need the black book.
Inside we go. I don't believe the ominous pit was here before.
The black hole in place of the spinner's throne leads into strange darkness covered in cobwebs. You hear the inviting whispers of the gloom of the abyss that leads to unknown depths. The black book is out there, somewhere. The damp earth escapes your grasp, and you fall down into the cold darkness of the pit. The pain of the impact leaves you breathless. You try to catch your breath, but the air in the bottom is wet and stale.
Since I'm right here, I was expecting to move around this area and then look at the pit before going down, but it was like, no, you just jump.
You manage to get up and look around. A black, winding passage leads into the depths of the cave. You exchange worried glances with your companion and rush into the bowels of the underworld.
Down we go. Oh, actual exploration scene here. That makes sense. This is very long. Get back to the black book. The spinner took your witching manuscript. You enter her Isba and found a mysterious chasm in her room. You went down in search of your artifact. Underground path. Where do these tunnels lead? I should be careful not to get lost. Deep down in the dark of the underworld,
It's hard
we
to
chase
walk
down an
and
evil
even
witch.
breathe amidst the thick strands of cobwebs. You have to push away one white shroud after another, and soon your hair and dress are covered with dust and small spiders. It's good to have the skull lantern, because the darkness is too deep, even for your sharp eyes.
Skull lantern? Hmm? Oh, what's that? I don't think we have anything called a skull lantern. Interesting.
You try to make out
What was that?
something on the ceiling, but it's covered in cobwebs.
Please tell me that wasn't just a giant spider. I really hope that wasn't a giant spider. Dusty corner. An untrodden path. Should I even look there? Sure, why not?
Swarms of small spiders flee before you. You reach a pale grotto, wrapped in the pale threads of cobwebs, and find 3 cocoons there. To your horror,
Hey,
they
lovely.
have unmistakably human forms.
The first cocoon.
You take a step back when a rush of spiders escapes the otherwise empty cocoon.
Good. Second cocoon.
Inside, you find the emaciated mummy of a short peasant. A gold ring glimmers on his finger.
Take it.
The light dims momentarily when you remove the ring from the corpse.
That should probably give us a sin, but it didn't. Third cocoon.
Inside is the blackened corpse of a child beyond recognition. Only the whites of his deadly eyes stare at you, unblinking.
Lovely.
You reel back from the corpse, dazzled by the stench of decay.
Wonderful. Well, I guess we move on then. The loom. I hear something. It sounds like someone is working the loom. Not the spinner herself, I assume.
A white
Is it another
cocoon
Kikimora?
pulsates in the middle of the cave hall. You hear a rustle of spiders running away from the cold light. The cocoon quietly crackles with cobwebs in rhythm with the pulsations.
I don't like all the spider imagery. Let's open it. Why not? This is probably a bad idea.
You touch the web and tear it down like a shroud.
Oh,
There is
hi.
a working loom beneath it. An exhausted Chort is working on the contraption. His black hide is tied with belts of the spinner, and spiders swarm all about him, sucking the last bits of strength from the spirit.
We'll examine the loom, and then I think we're going to release you.
The loom is covered with sorceress signs that are designed to keep this Chort working for all eternity.
Okay, so you've literally imprisoned him there. Yeah, we're saving him. Weaving requires yarn made from animal wool. Weaving has been around since prehistoric times, so it is unsurprising for it to be reflected in mythology. The Parque and the Morai, often translated as the Fates, are goddesses of life and destiny in ancient Roman and Greek traditions. Yeah, I literally just brought them up. One spins a thread that symbolizes life, while the second one winds it into a spindle, thus shaping someone's destiny. The third one cuts the thread, thus ending a person's life. Release the demon.
You tear away the belts, and the Chort flies up, incredulous that he has been released. Before disappearing into black smoke, your gazes cross, and you see something strange. Is it a hint of gratitude?
Freed demon.
There are some mushrooms
thank you.
beneath the bench. You take them with you.
Bogomor. Replenish 8 health, but it gives us 3 waste.
The loom
Very,
is covered with
very dangerous healing item, so only for worst case scenarios. Impassable webbing. Webbing, not wedding. Ugh. You cannot hold me with this spinner. Oh, traveler. Wondering what
the
that
narrowing
means.
path is blocked by thick cobwebs. White, slimy threads are still fresh, oozing with the pale juices of their creator. You try to find a gap in this unexpected obstacle, but, alas, the cave is well blocked.
We'll use a breaker, I suppose.
A tried and true method of dealing with locks and blocks is as reliable as always. A walkway forms amidst the cobwebs, and you manage to squeeze through.
Okay, your webs don't stop us, Spinner. The more I think about it, the more I realize it makes a whole lot of sense that the Spinner has a whole bunch of webs in her basement. That just works, doesn't it? Burned threads. Smells like something's burnt. Was the Spinner also burning Kupala fires? Something tells me not. Probably something else going down
There's
down
not
here.
much cobweb here in this little cave nook. Instead, there are bizarre, multicolored threads hanging in clusters.
They're all
from the
yellow.
ceiling,
That is not
forming
multicolored.
strange passages and patterns.
Let's examine the room and then the threads.
Some threads are burned, and the floor is strewn with old ash.
And the threads themselves.
Threads that seemed chaotic at first glance seem to form an intricate pattern.
Why do you sound muffled in this one?
Why would a spinner need so many different threads?
Short summoning, sorcery, divination. Divination?
This is a divination for sure. Complicated one at that.
Yeah, we saw that they burn threads for divination rituals, so that would make sense.
I would guess she has learned many things with these threads.
She knows much of the future then.
Which thread burns faster, that is what will come true. The spinner has her own system here. What complicated sorcery.
There's not much cobweb here in this little
Okay.
cave nook. Instead, there
Can
are
we
some
examine the room
threads
some more?
burned,
Nope,
and
same
the floor
thing.
is strewn.
So, the spinner has been looking to the future for a long time now, and is like foreseeing everything that will happen. I wonder if she's foreseen us. Narrow walkway. I can sense that the book is close. If she did sense we were coming and know who we are, but I'm
notice
wondering
the
what she
shorts
thinks will
hanging
happen
in
here.
clusters from the cobwebs in the dark corners of this cavern passage. At first, you think that these are other victims of the monstrous spiders, but soon you realize that these shorts are not only alive, but are also playing a game of cards and haven't noticed your arrival.
Let's not interrupt our game. Let's join in. And drop go. Hi, friend. Let's see. Hearts or your trump? I got a couple. I got a couple queens, too. So, like so. Instantly taking. And drop goes coming at me. Okay, nothing much. Do I waste the king or not? It's already taking anyways. Probably not a good idea to waste. I can avoid using that king, I will. Immediately had to use the king. Oh, that's a lot of trump cards. Sure, I'll use them both. Maybe a waste, but why not? Coming at me. Oh, I'm taking those anyways. That was a bad idea. Why'd I do that? I was already taking. Oh, this is great. No, this is gonna work out. Just play all of my pairs at once. Can you block them all? Really? These are going to Andropgo. I don't need to win. I just need Andropgo to lose. I don't care if this demon goes out. And Andropgo can't beat me at this point. I just have to do that. There we go. Victory. Don't really care. Thank you for the experience, though. Old spinner. What's over there? I can't see clearly. Is that a stove? So those demons are no problem. Just play a quick game of cards and they let us
You
pass.
come across a small cave hall furnished in a similar manner to that of an ordinary room in an isba. Here you find a hearth and a table, a red corner, and even a spinning wheel with yarn. Only the log walls are absent, with a rocky cave wall in their place. These stones are all heavily chalked with some strange magical symbols.
Let's examine the spinning. Let's go in order. 1, 2, 3.
An
Spinning
old
wheel.
spinning wheel is skillfully decorated with a diamond pattern. You touch the yarn and a flock of small spiders scatters away. The rustling of their small legs resembles mocking laughter.
Where is this spinning wheel? Am I missing it? I don't see anything that even resembles a spinning wheel right now. Is it in this trunk? I don't know. I don't see any wheel. But what's this encyclopedia page? Spinning wheel and spindle. The spinning wheel is also magical. They were made out of a single tree, usually spruce, and included the roots of the tree. The seat was made out of the roots and stand, and the stand and the wheel itself were made out of the trunk. One couldn't start spinning without reading a prayer first, or leave the spinning wheel at night without crossing it. The spindle was also believed to possess magical forces. The most well-known caused you to sleep if you pricked your finger with it. Ah, Beauty and... not Sleeping Beauty, not Beauty and the Beast. Beauty and the Beast was last time. A spinning wheel was used by the supreme deity to make the veil of reality itself. Sheridan peasants used the spinning wheel to make patterns filled with mystical meaning. The towels that they made depicted dawn on one side and sunset on the other. It is not a coincidence that towels were placed under the coffin of the deceased when his body was carried out of the house. Two towels sewn together were used as a tablecloth. It also played an important role in rites and rituals. Okay, so sewing is very important. Symbols. What do these symbols on the walls mean?
Strange letters and geometric patterns pulsate with a sorcerous glow invisible to ordinary mortals. You are unfamiliar with both the inscriptions and the drawings. It seems that the spinner borrowed some knowledge of foreign witchcraft from her apprentice.
Okay, so Alexander even taught the spinner, it seems. And the Isba.
It is strange to see peasant utensils so deep underground. It seems like this is all the furniture that's missing from the spinner's Isba on the surface.
Okay, so she tore up the ground in her home and then brought everything downstairs into the underground? Interesting. Literally, like, what purpose? Is this just for the foreboding present essence or whatever that we're going through right now? I don't even really know how to say what I'm trying to say. But like, was this all for the vibes? Was this all for the vibes? It might have been. But I think we're good here. We've looked at everything. That just leaves the black book. The spinner's gold bets can't be that far. I have to find that old crone. Quick sip of my drink. Ow, just whacked my hand. That's a big spider. Or I'm gonna assume that's a spider. It's got a lot of eyes. Oh, we're actually sneaking right here. Hold on. Do I actually have to do stealth right now? I do. Where's it looking? No, no, no. Behind the wall. Run, run. Wait, can I keep going? Oh, that was a bad idea. I should have stopped. It saw me. Did we just die? Game over. Hairy paws of dark forces clench your throat. One more dead man for the hungry earth. Load. Oh. Okay then. Skip that. Okay. Be more careful. If this thing catches us, we die. To hold up here. We are going to book it as soon as it heads back this way. Like, now. Run, 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 run. Oh, we were right there. Really? She's got a giant spider friend. Oh my god, I was really hoping she didn't. We were literally like 8 pixels. Like, we were so close. Oh, we gotta sneak up here too. Let's see, where's the pattern going? Rush, rush, rush. We're here. Okay. Is this one closer or is that one? Okay, we're here. Did it just catch my ankle? It did. That's rude, game. It barely caught my ankle out. Like, I was here, like, my ankle was, like, right here, which was enough. Oh, wait, no, no, no. It can just look here. Never mind. Never mind. I didn't realize where it was looking. I wasn't expecting this. This is good. Oh, this is the autosave point. That's probably good. Can we just book it to the spinner? Is this safe? Is this a safe spot? Wait for it to look that way. Get the spinner. That spider can totally see us. Just stole it out of her hands.
Oh,
Black book. Hello, Weaver. You're much shorter here.
Vasilisa.
It's been a while, hasn't it?
You know I'm glad to see you. I've been waiting for you.
Oh, is that so?
I knew that he wouldn't be able to hold you.
No, we couldn't.
My guards told me about you long ago. But you took the book with such skill.
So you knew we were coming, but you still couldn't stop us. Although, I might be getting overconfident here.
This is my book. You thought you'd get away with it.
What are you talking about, girl? I wanted to give it back to you.
Is that why you had your giant spider kill us several times?
Only such a powerful sorcerer as yourself can harness its might.
I'm confused. If you knew only we could use the book, and you want us to have the book, why did you steal the book? That makes no sense.
We'll need a dead sorcerer for the dead seal.
I know how to get one.
That's what it says, right? My sight is not as good as it used to be, child.
A white stone upon a white sea, I believe. In a white sea, a white stone, a dead man perched atop it. This seal is the last. White sea, a white stone. Yeah, it says it requires a dead man. That's the important part right now, but the sea and the stone I do not fully comprehend.
I'm not a child. There are 2 Khaldun's here. I think the book will be satisfied with you.
What a smart girl. But I won't do. I gave all my chores to Alexander, unlike some other Khaldun's.
So you thought you could weasel your way out of it by not being a Khaldun anymore. And you're willing to give Alexander's life instead to fulfill your mission. Lovely.
I am not much of a witch these days.
Wait, if you're not controlling this giant spider demon, then who is? I think you're currently lying about not having any demons left.
But then again, we have to get to the crossroads for the ritual, right? Oh, my memory's not so good, you know.
That's none of your business.
Okay.
Well, I know what is needed.
What is that, pray tell?
Fine. We'll go together to the crossroads, and I will help you. We'll do everything together, girl.
Ooh. I don't want to work with the spinner. I kind of want to... Honestly, I think we want to get rid of the spinner. Permanently. I will decline your offer of help.
Stop spinning your yarn. I know that you only want to get the hold of the wish.
Why? Oh, why would I need it, Vasilisa, darling?
To get rid of the demons that you loathe so much.
The fact is that we want the same thing.
So you want to free my beloved from hell?
Of course I do. I want to help you.
Why?
Not that Alexander, that liar. He only spins his wishes for himself.
I mean, how are we not doing the same? I'm curious.
That damn chartocrat.
This is still a silly name, honestly.
Everything is in fact very simple. We should get rid of all the demons. And then, when there are no demons left, who is to keep your boy in hell?
Okay, that's what you mean. You're trying to convince us that your wish is the only real way to save him. But that would also bring upon other problems in which no one is dead, and no one would stay dead.
You believe that the book can kill all the demons? I don't know about that. Why would that chart help me then?
Well, yeah, the legend says so, doesn't it?
We're not ever going to... Had a bit of a voice crack there, didn't I? We're never going to actually take her up on the offer and use the wish to kill all the demons. We are currently traveling with Karnish, and we could have traveled with Morteshka, who are both, by technicality, demons. I mean, they're both more on the side of forces of nature, but they are both still in, like, the same group. So no, we are not killing all demons. That we are never going to do that.
Just imagine, no Kulduns, no devil. We'll live as if in heaven itself. Well, let's join forces.
No. Decline.
Nice story, but I'm not buying it. Why should I believe the one who imprisoned me and locked me up? You would have helped me in the beginning as my grandpa if you really wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
Your grandpa, you think that he's helping you? He never loved you.
Another person saying as such. Well, we're gonna have to have an actual conversation with Igor when we get back. But, right now I don't believe we're listening to your story.
He doesn't care about you a bit, as I don't care about Alexander.
Lies!
Don't believe me? And why do we take apprentices? You know it yourself, so that the charts will let us pass away.
I suppose there's... Like, that's the practical sense of it. Like, yeah, we want to teach the lessons so that we can pass peacefully and not have to deal with the consequences. Which is part of it, but that doesn't necessarily mean that he doesn't care.
He needed you solely for that reason. And I know that well. I need that damn nobleman for the exact same reason.
Okay.
Well, let's be frank with each other. We, women, have to stick together. I'll help you open the seal as a friend.
I'm like, no! How many times do we have to decline the spinner?
You're worse than the Chorts. It would suit me better be friends with Satan himself.
Damn wench. Your man doesn't need such a fool anyway.
We're about to fight.
You think I can't handle you?
Maybe you can, but we'll have to see.
Don't you see what demon I have in my service? This is the Permian Chirang himself.
According to Komi-Permian mythology, Charon, a spider in the Komi-Permian language, is responsible for transferring souls of the dead to the underworld. Okay.
He will guide you to the afterlife.
We have the book now. We're much more powerful than we were a second ago.
Nanny, I don't believe it. I've heard everything.
There you are, Alexander. I was wondering when you were going to show.
You were just using me?
You couldn't figure that out?
You're here as well. You should have stayed with your toys in your mansion.
Bye, Alexander.
Now it's your turn, Vasilisa.
He didn't last long.
I'm not afraid of you, nor of your spider chort.
You're big and bad. And she has a throne on its back. A well and true boss battle. Of all the boss battles, this is the bossiest boss battle. Oh, we gotta attack its legs. Let's see. Waist 20 on us. Ailment 3 on us. Mouth shown 3 on us. Okay. So how are we gonna do this? I can take out both legs this turn, easy. How do I want to do this? That waist 20 is going to hurt. Leishi's Blessing using that. Already doing 17 to everything. Using that. 26. 36 to all enemies. 14 more to each leg. Key tongue. That goes up. That goes up. Okay, both legs will go down. Easy. I can focus on the head right now. I mean, tickling. Tickling. Witch Mouth or Grandfather Adami? Let's do Witch Mouth. Why not? That will very easily take down both of the legs and do a whole lot of damage to the head. Let's see it in action. And by... Oh! Okay, so taking down the legs lets us attack the, Oh, she's gonna get rid of our prayer and our bless. And our witch mouth. Okay. So... Let's see, what do we do here? So... I guess we try to do as much damage in this turn as we can before we lose our boosts. How do I want to do this? Oh, I have 2 copies of this now. I must have forgotten I already had one and put the second one in. New chain. One of the 2 copies of Moon Brothers, I guess. Make it a bit stronger. Definitely using that. I'm going to George the Father, Moon Brothers, I think. I'll do a lot of damage here. I'll give myself some bless that I'm immediately going to lose on my next turn, but that's fine. And we'll just go as much damage as we can in this one turn. Did 84 damage to her.
Wait, Vasilisa. Hold your Zagavers. I'm sure we can come to an agreement.
4th time.
And give you the chance to put a knife in my back? Never.
4th time she's tried to get us to work for her. That's a lot of damage coming our way. Let's see. How do I want to do this? I have tickling right there. It's only going to do 30 because it's not boosted any. Let's see. Human Hand. Gesture immediate. Immediately gets us some extra cards to work with. Salt in the Eye. If I Grandfather Adami, add Witch Mouth. Then I'm going to... I don't want to do this. Vera Hale. Ubetsa. Highest Word. I'll take quite a big hit here. I'll only do a little bit of damage in return, but it will set me up better for next turn. I'm gonna take a lot here, though, so this might hurt. Although I am blocking a little bit of it. Come at me, Spinner. Ah, your legs are back up. And you're coming at me with a lot. Let's see. New Chain, Fierce Wind. The Fierce Wind specifically in my hand. This one. So now that's immediately doing a whole lot to everything, and plus it's going to go up by an extra 7. I think I want to Breakbone you, Ognavitsa you, Fierce Wind. I think is how I want to do this. Like, that will guarantee both of the legs go down, which I don't know if I already did. Plus, it will boost my stuff a little bit because of Witch Mouth. And sure, that will work. And that should knock it down so that the head doesn't do its attack. Yep. She gets stunned, so she can't actually do anything. Once again, she'll get rid of all my stuff, but I have tickling ready. So tickling's going to do 23 times 3, so a lot. Ognavitsa's doing a lot. Kane. Bellower, to avoid using a white card and messing up style. It says it's doing 130, and that's before it gets an extra boost, so we win. Goodbye, Spinner. Your big bad demon was nothing. Wait, you're alive? How come the giant spider instantly killed us, but you're fine?
Are you alive there? Well, you're quite resilient, you know that?
Yes, a miracle, I know. I can help you with the book. I'm not lying, I swear.
Do I trust you right now? I don't know.
I can call Alexander to come for the last ride of the seals. Who knows how he might be of use to the seal of the dead sorceress.
Fine, Alexander, you can come. I'm not sure if I fully trust you yet, but perhaps you should be there.
If you want to be of use, come to Mihail's crossroads.
All right, just let me pull myself together.
Okay, Alexander, we'll see you there.
You find your acquaintances free of the spinner's witchcraft when you escape the dungeon. They are still dazed a bit, but you feel that this sorcery will soon subside. You find a belt spun from cobwebs nearby. Without the witch's curse, it will make a fine amulet.
Take the belt.
I've dealt with this spinner at last.
Enemy attacks deal -3. Spiderweb belt. That looks nice. New Belichka. Items unavailable. Black book unavailable during battle. I suppose. That makes sense. We're still in battle. It's counting it as. How Aunt Marfa died. I remember something else. I was but a young lad on the summer holiday. I threw my school bag on the shelf and dragged my cat by its tail. Then my friend Kolya came by and said, "Let's go next door. Aunt Marfa, the witch, is dying." So we ran over and saw the old little lady suffering, moaning, thrashing on her bed. Sour cream and milk gushing from her mouth. That's how much she's stolen in her lifetime. Won't die, that one, until she gives back every last drop. And that's how things were. Sometimes housewives would go to the cowshed and the cows didn't have any milk. Marfa had milked them all dry. The men, meanwhile, had dismantled the ceiling and opened the chimney for her soul to ascend. A Goldoon's soul, you see, is heavy, weighed down by sin, so it's hard for it to rise up. Aunt Marfa died as soon as she was finished giving back the milk. Okay,
And now to find old Igor.
okay.
She was lying, right?
I don't see your destiny. No, your fate is in the fog, as if Warsa himself is there to shroud it.
Very well. Now back home, to Vilgard.
And back home we go. We need to speak with Igor, and then we'll make our ways to Mikhail's crossroads and break the last seal. We're...
Are you here? Grandpa!
Okay, we can do this real quick. I was expecting some sort of dialogue with Igor, but this place is very dark.
There's no one.
Darkness, fog, dark, dark.
Wait, there's something inside the stove. This bottle. Kupala's ointment.
Through special rites and scrupulous preparations, Goldoons make it from Kupala herbs. It grants the ability to fly. Strength and status regen +5. What does that have to do with flights?
Why would Grandpa need it?
Wants to fly like I do.
Huh. I wish we could have made it earlier. Almost empty. This much won't increase my powers, but I'll be able to fly. And you should stay home.
Oh, we're going alone? I think I see where this is heading.
I'll find him quickly with this. I just need a moment to catch my breath.
So, we finally made it back home, although it's eerily quiet and dark. And we're alone. And we head off on our own. To Mikhail's crossroads, where we'll break the final seal. After dealing with our demons one more time and saying goodbye to our friends, I suppose. So this is a pretty good place to end things off. I think I know how this is going to end. And, not sure how I feel about it just yet, but we'll have to see when we do. I think next time's the last episode. I think we break the final seal and reach our end tomorrow. Unless somehow it becomes a two-part one. But this is 45? 44. I think this is 44. Next time will be 45, and I think it will be the last one. Yeah, this is 44. So, 45, probably the last episode. Rather long series. I've been enjoying this one a little bit. It's been a little less polished for, like, seals 3 through 6. Felt a little less polished than 1, 2. But, seal 7's felt pretty nice. This has been pretty interesting, and there's some twists going on. I was about to make a change to the book, but it's not going to be saved, so why bother? I'll have to remember to remove one of those next time. But, anyways, I want to thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed as much as I have, and I hope to see you next time. So, without further ado, take care, everybody.